Good morning. Can I please ask that you watch this short video and at the end you share it and you tag in the relevant people. This short video is about Tory hypocrisy. It's about political corruption. It's about a lack of integrity in people who are employed to make decisions based on the best interests of you, myself and our animals throughout the country. In 2018, this Tory government decided that it was going to ban the use of handheld electronic training collars. For those who don't know, an electronic training collar is a tool that is used to help many dogs who can't be trained by alternative means to protect them or to protect other animals from them, specifically to stop them chasing and attacking other animals and risking their lives and the livelihoods of the people who own them. In 2019, whilst a serving DEFRA minister, so a minister at the same department that made this decision based on the fact that the tools were cruel and barbaric, telephoned a dog trainer and instructed that dog trainer to train her own family dog using an electronic training collar, laughing as she did so. Just a few weeks ago, that same Tory minister, who is now the Secretary of State for the Department of the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, tabled a statutory instrument before Parliament calling for a blanket ban on the very same tools that she had used to train her own family dog. This kind of Tory hypocrisy simply cannot be allowed to go unmentioned, unscrutinised, unchallenged. It's wrong. It's wrong on every level. There are hundreds of thousands of lives at risk, at stake, as a result of mindless decisions like this, based on the back of animal rights extremists who have pressured the government, telling the government that this is a vote winner. This isn't a vote winner. This is a vote loser. Certainly in the rural sector. Hundreds of livestock farmers, together with the National Sheep Association, the largest sheep body in the UK, have written directly to the government, to the Prime Minister, calling this decision an animal welfare disaster. There's no exemption, there's no regulation, there's no restriction, there's no option for use under supervision or for specific behaviours that may cost the life of the dog, or in many instances do cost the life of the dog or other animals. There is none of that unless you're in the military. If you're in the military, you can use an electronic training collar on your dog, which basically says one of two things. Either the government doesn't care about the welfare of military dogs, because, as they say, electronic training collars can only cause harm and suffering, be cruel and barbaric, or the government actually acknowledges that these tools can be used humanely, can be used effectively, and are very valuable, but just not for your dog and not for mine. Again, this kind of double standards, nonsensical policy making by the Tory government must be challenged. Hundreds of thousands of lives depend upon it. Thousands upon thousands of people are challenging it. This is not a vote winner for the Tory government. You've been sold a pup by your animal rights groups. People won't accept it. It's an unenforceable law, and it's a law that challenges the very safety of the animals they love. People will not accept it. Now is the time to withdraw this measure and think more pragmatically, more realistically, act in the interests of animals, not in the interests of your own hypocritical ministers.